First of all, I would like to show you where I'm staying. And there's this little pathway downhill, and there's mountains. There's a village right there. Right there is nothing, so I'm standing on rocks and some weird crater. I'm gonna be going over there to sit down with my stuff, my laptop, my tripod, and I'm gonna be filming for you in this beautiful environment right here. Hi everyone, I'm back with a video, and this is something that I should have probably done a long time ago. Everybody on here, if you're following me, you know I'm an Akashic Records reader, and I've made all kinds of videos in the past about different star systems, past lives, all kinds of metaphysical topics. By the way, I'm going to be doing another question and answer video sometime in the near future, so go to my stories and make sure that you read the story about my Q&A and send me any questions you may have for me. Anything metaphysical, send it my way. Anyway, I've made all kinds of videos in the past about past lives, all kinds of stuff related to quantum physics, metaphysics, but I've never gone into the basics of what exactly are the Akashic records. And I realized that I never really explained this in any video. And the reason why I decided to make a video was because this morning I just finished an Akashic Records reading for somebody that isn't really familiar with the Akashic Records. Most people that ask me for a reading have kind of a foundation as to what the Akashic Records are, how past lives work. They are intrigued by all things starseed, so they usually know what all of these things are or how it works. But this morning I did a reading for somebody that I don't think really has a lot of background, so I decided to put more background information into this reading. And as I was typing up the reading, I realized that this was really good basic information to put in a video to share. So I'm going to be talking about what exactly are the Akashic records, what exactly is our higher self, how different star systems are connected to different dimensions, and also the qualities of each star system, and what exactly Lemuria was. So that's some of the things that I'm going to get into in this video. I have my laptop here with me because I typed it up really well and I'm just going to read what I typed because it came through a channeling, so I don't think that I could phrase it in any better way than it came through this morning. So I'm just gonna go ahead. What exactly are the Akashic records? The Akashic records are basically an energetic library of the soul, where all history from all times, space, dimensions, reality is collected and archived. And our universe is a 12th dimensional universe, and we live on Earth. We live in a 3rd to 5th dimensional reality, and the Akashic records are at the 8th and 9th dimension. Within our galaxy, there are many star systems, and they have already gone through this ascension cycle that we are going through right now. They are vibrating anywhere from a 5th to a 9th dimension or higher. And the Pleiades, for example, the star cluster of the Pleiades in the constellation of Taurus is a 5th to 6th dimensional reality. Sirius is anywhere from 6th to 7th dimension, the Sirius star system, and the Andromeda star system is vibrating at an 8th to 9th dimensional level of reality, and you can look at it as radio frequencies, and it all depends on the frequency that a soul wants to attune itself to, and the specific lessons that are there for that soul in that dimension or frequency. And there's different experiences for all souls on all kinds of levels. And that is why when you come to Earth, all these star seeds that are here right now, they came from higher levels of consciousness, higher dimensions. They basically had to step down the ladder gradually from these higher dimensions to be able to adjust to life on planet Earth. And that is why we will see very few star seeds that only have connections to one specific star system. And the most people that I do readings for, this is information based on all the different readings I've done. This is not stuff that I've read anywhere or heard anywhere. This is just stuff that I have experienced from working with other people's akashic records, and it's been coming back so frequently that there's a pattern that's starting to become noticeable, and that is why I decided to just put it into a video for everybody. It's only happened a handful of times that a soul only has a connection to one constellation or star system, and those are souls that usually have a very hard time adjusting to life on Earth because there is a very sudden drop in frequency. And that is what we often see with children that are diagnosed with autism or ADHD. But usually there's a very good system. The universe thought this system through very well, that we will be stepping down the ladder gradually, dimensional wise. So in my case, my first experience as a soul was, well, as a soul in something more dense, not just an energetic form, was in the constellation of Andromeda, which was an 8th to 9th dimensional reality. Then I stepped down the ladder basically to Sirius, and then I incarnated as a Pleiadian, which is closest to Earth from all the different star clusters, constellations. They are the closest related to us. And then I came to Earth, and that is how it goes for a lot of people that I do readings for. There's all these different star systems, and they will have experiences in at least 2 or 3 different star systems before incarnating on planet Earth. So let me get back to what I typed down. So most of the people here that are interested in this type of work, in this type of information, in spiritual awakening, in expanding their consciousness, are people that have already gone through this ascension process, and they originally come from these higher dimensions, these star systems where life is very high vibrational, and they have come here with all of their experience on a soul level to come support the ascension of planet Earth. But because we are in a 3rd to 5th dimensional reality, it's not possible to bring all of this knowledge that you have gained in all these other star systems with us to this 3rd to 5th dimensional reality. So because we are basically in another frequency, it's like changing the channel on the TV or the radio, and you cannot perceive the other frequency in a conscious way. Your subconscious, of course, is going to remember everything, but consciously you are changing the channel. So you are no longer aware of the other frequency because you are in a completely different frequency. And we can also see how certain star systems are linked to certain frequencies, dimensions, how certain people have connections to certain planets and star system, and how that brings forth specific knowledge. Certain star systems will be linked to very high healing frequencies. Other star systems are linked to akashic records work and really channeling past life experience. Then there are other people that are natural teachers and mentors, and that can also be linked to a specific star system. There is ancient technology, and that is also linked to specific star systems, and we're all here bringing these frequencies together on planet Earth. So, what was I saying? So subconsciously, we're all bringing this knowledge with us from these other places, and here we have to translate it into a form that we can understand, that we can apply in a practical way on planet Earth. What is the higher self? That is another thing. I talk a lot about higher self embodiment. I have my higher self meditations that I made a video about 2 days ago. You can find it right here. To the link in my bio, you can go to menu, and there you can click on higher self journey, and it explains a little bit about what the higher self is and how to connect to the higher self. Anyway, if this interests you, go check that out. The higher self is basically the highest energetic version of yourself that is still aware of the connection to source energy and the bigger picture. It's that part of us that is still aware of all this information that we have gathered at all these other higher dimensional ways of reality. And it's the total package, it's the whole thing. Basically, everything we are and have ever been, and everything we know and will ever know, is our higher self. It's all the knowledge that we have on a soul level. That is our higher self. So I connect to your higher self when I do a reading, because a lot of people also wonder, how do you connect to my energy when you do an Akashic Records reading? I have your picture, and I can communicate with your higher self through the energy of your picture, and especially the eyes carry the energy of your soul, of everything that you are and have always been. It's very interesting to look at all these different star systems too, because our higher self is basically linked to all these different places that we have ever been on and will ever go to. And it's very interesting to even look at a star map. If you have an app on your phone, or just Google a map with all the constellations, you can go and look at all these different constellations to see where they are located. And there are a bunch of different star systems that are very big and varied. Like Orion is a very big star system with a lot of different planets, and of course we will go there and not perceive any life, because we will try to find life in a third dimensional form. But that doesn't mean that on these different layers or frequencies there is not any other life. But we will have to raise our frequency to find life in these other star systems, because the life that is there cannot be perceived from a third dimensional level. For example, a lot of the plant life and natural life that we know on planet Earth comes from the Orion star system, and the Sirian star system seeded a lot of the aquatic life, and the dolphins are from Sirius, and water is also originally from Sirius, and Andromeda is the star system that is at the same level of frequency as the Akashic Records. And I've seen in a lot of readings that people will go to Andromeda and nearby constellations such as Cassiopeia and a few others to really work with frequency, to learn how to work with different frequencies, manipulating frequencies, collapsing timelines, reading Akashic Records, working with past, future, parallel lifetimes. All of this happens in the Andromeda constellation. Then Sirius is also what I've started calling the universe, the university of our universe, basically. That was kind of weird. The university of our universe, because I see a lot of people, they go there to learn a lot in a very short amount of time. And also the Egyptian culture, which was highly developed, is linked to the Syrian star system. Two star systems, well, a star system and one star, that are linked to healing frequencies, so a lot of natural healers will have starseed origins in the Pleiades and Arcturus. So those are two very strong healing frequencies, and with a lot of healers I will see that they have had soul history in the Pleiades and Arcturus. And I recorded a video 6 months ago, no, I think maybe longer, probably almost a year ago, where I created a galactic map. Just go to my videos on my Instagram and scroll down to this one here, Starseed Map. So yeah, definitely go check out that video. There is new information that I added as the months went on, because that video is it's a good foundation, but there's more information. That's not all the information that I have. There's also a video on battery star seeds, which is a whole different type of star seed. Go check out that video as well. That's too long to get into in this video. Then I want to talk about Lemuria. When I do readings for people, they usually have been following me for a while, so they will know what Lemuria is. They will have heard other channelers or intuitives talk about Lemuria. They will have had spontaneous memories of Lemuria. But some people have no idea what Lemuria is, and that is why I decided to give some background information, because I don't want people to have more questions from the information I give them, and so it's good to just have a very good understanding of what exactly Lemuria was or is. Lemuria was the very first ancient civilization on our planet, and when I say ancient, I mean 300,000 years before Christ. And this civilization lasted for a very long time and was followed by Atlantis, partially overlapping. And both of these civilizations existed for thousands and thousands of years. And the way we know history, is merely a fraction of the entire history of our planet. And that is why subconsciously a lot of people remember things, sense things that cannot be explained by anything that they know in our modern society. And Lemuria was a civilization that was higher in frequency. We were living in a fifth dimensional state of being. Things were not as dense as they are now. And we are now in an ascension cycle, so we are heading back to that way of living, and that is why there are memories awakening in people right now that are connecting them back to Lemuria and Atlantis. And in Lemuria, people were one with nature, and when I mean one with nature, I mean they could merge with nature. They could energetically and telepathically merge with their surroundings, with any element of nature that they wanted to merge with. They could become one. And that is something that a lot of people miss intuitively, and that's why a lot of people will go out into nature to try to find that feeling again of being one with nature. And you could really feel the harmony of being one with nature and one with source energy, but at the same time this was a very good first experience for a lot of galactic souls to get to know planet Earth in a harmonious way. And after that, of course, we had the era of Atlantis, and that really marked the beginning of duality on planet Earth for many souls. So that was kind of it, some basic information about Lemuria, the different star systems, the akashic records. I will be doing a question and answer video soon, so go to my stories and check out the question that I have over there. You can send me an answer. If there's any questions that you would want me to answer, or just DM me, you can do that too, or leave a comment here under this video if you have any more questions about anything metaphysical. I will collect all of the questions, and I will probably do the question and answer video live so that I can answer all your questions live too if you want to join me live. and I will also answer all the questions that you send me. I hope that this was helpful, that you learned something from this. And always, if you would like to get to know more about yourself on a soul level, what star systems you come from, what you're doing here, why you have specific habits or tendencies in this lifetime, where they come from, because often these habits come from past lives. They might even come from lifetimes in other star systems. So definitely go check out my website, see if there's any way that I may be able to assist you on this journey. And also, happy holidays. I'm sitting here in a sleeveless top. This is not something that I was expecting to be doing in December, but yeah, go check out my previous posts about how I decided to just follow my intuition and see where it would lead me, and here we are. Also, I have a mentorship program that is coming up soon. I will be posting more and more information about that, and the focus is really on being a modern day mystic in this modern world, and how to truly learn to embody your higher self and become more and more of your higher self, and just channel all the knowledge that you have. That is also why I do the Akashic Records readings, so that I can really help people to get to know all these parts of themselves that they have access to. Anyway, enough rambling for now. Let me going, and if you have any questions, anything you would like more information on, let me know in the comments or DM me. Bye.